It's not fair. 8 duos will go out of this region.
That's left. Those 8 spots total.
I'm sorry.
In the last 2 weeks.
Yes, so four spots. Oh, okay.
This is hilarious.
He almost did the play there.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw it.
Tried, possibly, but 2 rifts there are going to be trying to get away from Stompy and Shinken. And hey, if your teammate goes down to Stompy or Shinken, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use my 2 rifts and just get away.
And Stompy's on the run there, looking for the elimination, but Shinken's there to pick him up.
From range. That was a long shot, too, because he was all the way somewhere else in Fatal.
Also, you see these players that look at this. Oh, man, and he saw that one. And, you know, the names have been hilarious today, by the way. Pro iPad player, shout out to you, bud. But he saw that because the campfire smoke was going through the build. So he knew that a player was in there, and at the very least, that player was going to be weak. So Stompy just pushing for the fight. But the confidence from this E11 duo is something to be inspired by.
They just don't stop. Anybody they see, they say, hey, I have a W key. I'm going to use it.
Like an old 90s song. Don't stop, get it, get it.
And there you go. Again,
trust me,
pinch come in.
And I mean, I showed my age, but I'm okay with that. You knew exactly what I was talking about, Balla.
Don't stop,
get it. Let's just stop right there. We can't say the rest of the lyrics.
Please.
All right, there are children watching. So, moving forward. Look at this aggression. This is insane. What is, like...
I don't know how you get away from this.
They play with reckless abandon.
Yeah, reckless abandon indeed. He just walked right into a box with a trap and said, hey, I'm fine. I'll just stay on the edge. I've done my scissors elimination runs.
Shout out to Scissors for those gods here at Elim runs that have entertained all of us. And look at this again. So 20 eliminations now. Tachinkin gets the confirmation on the Elim there against Chief. Another player trying to hold off inside of that wood box up ahead. They have the kit to just get hyper aggressive, push in when they need to, and not allow anyone any moments to breathe.
And the environmental aspect to it too. There's not that many players left in this. It's only the half in, half out. It's about to move into that first moving zone. That full moving zone. They could just keep going because there's not many players to say, hey, I want to shoot at you, because look how many players are up on the hill. And the players that are up on the hill right now, not the players that are down below, they're not going to be able to pressure. Again, it's the same formula.
Oh my!
Every single time. Stompy goes to one side, Shinken on the other, and there's no chance for these players to hold on to their
literally a playground.
boxes.
It's a playground. That's exactly what's happening. Like they are just doing whatever they want to do. There is no one that can stop them. Like every single time, look at that, just desperation. You got to do something.
I mean, how many rifts have they forced at this point? That's 4, 5 maybe?
Kathigo couldn't even like glide down. They had no choice. He was just picked in the sky. This is ridiculous, Balla.
Hey, that's what happens when you're the best in the world at what you do. You literally, just take out everybody, you get the kit that you want, and then from there it's just, hey, you guys have nothing on me. I have all the confidence in the world. I'm just going to push you.
And you know what? I felt like Mitro and Mongrel at one point in time, yes, everyone could argue, and they are, without a doubt, like a top-tier duo. But what we're seeing from Tachinkin and Stompy, and it doesn't just happen on Saturdays.
No.
It's happening on Sundays against the best players as well. It's scary. If you are a duo going to New York, you should be scared, because Tachinkin and Stompy have your number. They don't even know who it is. I don't think they care.
No, they don't. And some people are even questioning, are they even taking this serious at this point? These online open games, are they even trying? I mean, it looks like it, but to be fair, they do this every time without, it feels like it's just there's no thought or anything.
And they split up, and it doesn't matter because they're going to be able to support one another. Stompy, he barely has any HP remaining. He's going to have 112 effective HP, and then you're just going to have Butters, who knows that Butters is in just a world of hurt here. And there you go, the victory royale. That was just domination. I've never seen a situation in my years commentating a variety of different games where players just dominated like effortlessly like that.
you are not able to build down this hill if you're needing to descend. And when you're going up, you can easily get stuck underneath these cliffs. So you really need to be aware where the zone is moving and make those decisions early so you don't get caught out. But now we got Stompy here. He's got a nice position. He's right here in the center. He's got a good view below him. Lots of action going there. And it looks like they will need to go northeast now with that new zone popping up on that mini map in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And I like this loadout for him. I like that he has those shadow bombs and he's going to be able to utilize that on a rotation. And this positioning right now is absolutely perfect.
Right, and like you said, rotations in this part of the map are so key and you have to make them so early. Stompy just raining shots down on the players below him. He does have ultimate high ground on them down there in that valley right now, but the zone is going to be moving towards him and then behind him. So these players are all going to have to rotate over to him. Let's see if he stays a little bit longer to see if he can get some damage or even some possible eliminations here.
Ooh, getting 3 really clean tags. He smells blood. He knows he's one shot, dropping down, taking out Loot Boy Mexi, and picking up that 6th elimination now. Right away, you see him pop that shadow bomb and making his rotation. And not having his teammate with this isn't the best, but if there's anyone that can pull it off, it's definitely Stompy.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, you know, just like clockwork, waits to get those eliminations and then moves forward towards the zone. Everybody kind of gliding in here now, taking up a lot of real estate here right on the edge of this. It looks as though these guys are going to want us to cast a solo game instead, but Donald's just really dropping down, getting, look at the health on DeBeast there. He has full shield but only half health. That may have been the work of the stink grenades there. Stompy playing the ultimate low ground, takes out DeBeast with one shot, and we are in a 1v1 situation now.
Yeah, these two coming up against each other. Both exceptional players. Stompy going for the trap. DeMille is able to dodge it, but unfortunately does not have the health needed.
What?
That was a 2
HP finish. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I love to see. You know, when we first looked at Stompy and Shinken was down. He was out for the whole game that we just saw here from Zone 5 on. And Stompy was able, regardless, to secure that win for them with 10 eliminations. So putting in the work, regardless of his duos partner being gone, it didn't matter. He was there, he showed up, he played, he won.
You'll love to see it. But of course, now we're going to spend time with Sundown. Let's talk about the rundown you've got for us, because I know you've pulled some incredible clips to show us. What have you got?
Yeah, so first we're going to take a look with, honestly, my favorites going into the Fortnite World Cup final in terms of the duo competition, Stompy and Shinken. I know we saw kind of Courage call out saying Dubs is definitively the best solo player right now. I'd say Stompy might be able to challenge him, but definitively him and Shinken have been running the duos level of the competition. You see them picking up 2 quick elims there. And the one thing that is nice, considering they have already qualified, they're playing without that stress on the shoulder. They do get to play a little more carefree. They do get to be aggressive and go impress and see how hard they can really push that envelope. And one thing that Bala called out here that was huge is they're forcing so many of these players to attempt to use their utility early. They forced 4 different rifts by just going aggressive. And on top of that, from denying the utility away from them, they're also able to gain control of the high ground and then just run it top down. The one thing to note about these two is they're not always directly next to each other, but they have lines of sight for the other. They're always ready to support and be in a position, and they lock that one down and take the victory royale there. Brilliantly done. As you can note, kind of games remaining on here. So Stompy and Shinken, 1 left. Paytech and Dementos, they're going to be done. You also have Windstrike, Mayhem, and Gambit's Azzy at 1 match. Otherwise, everyone in between 5 and 3. So still some games to be played, but as we get into the end of the window, look to see some of these guys with 5 and 4 matches to play a little aggressive.
Well, hey, you know, think about it like this, though. If these guys continue to perform incredibly well, that just gets knocked down to all these other players for tomorrow. So, you know, granted, I understand like the desire to finish at number 1, but you just want to punch your ticket to New York. So it doesn't really matter how you get there. You just got to get there. Maybe these duos outperform again tomorrow, and then it ends up getting knocked down a few spots there because they're already qualified. Can't qualify 2 times.
Is where it ends for the semifinals here on Saturday. We'll see where it ends tomorrow, but Mongrel and Mitra are going to take it from Shinken and Stompy, and then a couple teams also pushing up. D-Rox and Item we saw earlier with their crazy game, Leo JT and CRR, who were in that last game that we watched as well. So this is where it stands going into tomorrow. These are the people who are happy. And I'm seeing, again, we're talking about a lot of players who, you said at the beginning of the broadcast, these guys are qualified already. They're playing and seeing whether or not they can just continue to claim those top spots.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good about themselves. You know, you go into top 10, you perform like that, and then chances are, given how we've seen them perform in the past, they're going to do it again, Paula.